my seat. My seat. My seat at the table. There you go. Hello? 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 It was working. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's replaying. There you go. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Talking to yours?
Okay.
Full voice?
Hello? No.
It's not loud enough. But talking again?
Okay. Testing, testing.
Yeah, yours isn't powerful, eh? Maybe we'll just use the one mic
Sure.
in between.
That's fine.
Okay, let's try this.
Just put it down and then angle it up.
No, it won't go. It won't
It
go
doesn't
lower.
go down?
Yeah.
What if we put it behind us and just put it here?
No, it's better if it's in front of us. Just because of the way it's like this. It faces this way.
Oh, I see. You can't turn it?
You can turn it. Yeah, see? You can hear yourself pretty, like, much better.
Better, yeah.
Let's see. Test, test, test.
That's cool.
Sick. Okay, I'm gonna turn off that monitor now.
Oh, so we don't have an echo?
Yeah.
Oh, this is almost a year ago since we did Hit Nation #1. It was April, I guess 24th or 23rd. How come you couldn't get the second mic to work? You don't know?
What'd you say?
How come you couldn't get the second mic to work?
Which second link?
This one.
I don't know. It's plugged in. It's in. Tap it a bit. Yeah, see there it's working, but on Ustream it is not. see,
Hello?
It's going in here, but it's not taking the other one.
Weird.
Wait, did I press it again? Top?
Hello, hello.
Oh my god, there it is. There it is.
Hello?
Okay, I'm gonna put that.
Did it work?
That's, okay, we'll try right now.
Okay.
I think it is. Did I press that button again?
Test, test.
Ooh, look
Test,
at
test.
that.
Oh, there you go.
There you go, man. We got our own mics.
Sick.
Cool. We're streaming live. If you want to listen, the link's on my Facebook. Okay. I'm gonna turn it on.
Was it live on Facebook?
I put the.
Or the link is
You
live.
want to move closer? Kind of look. It's far,
It's kind of far. Oh, here's the
suitcase.
CDs.
Talk.
Hello?
You want it to be closer. So it's just like hitting that top of the green.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
There you go. That should be good.
Hello?
Test, test, test. Yeah, mine's pretty good. Mine's
Test,
okay.
Test, test, test.
Test, test, test.
Is that good?
I wish we had some viewers so we can see what. So we can ask them if we have
If we
good
sound
sound
okay.
going on. If we got good sound.
Sick.
Frick, it's so late.
What time is it?
11:45.
Holy shit. I should be in bed in 15 minutes.
I
Is this
think you can
recording
hear me.
already?
Yeah, it's recording.
Oh, shit.
Put it closer.
Closer?
Maybe I'll put the volume up. Oh, fuck. As long as it's not clipping. Right? Right. Test, test, test.
There. Is that better?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to lean back.
I hope
Lean
the sound
back.
is. I hope the sound is okay. If it gets too loud, it'll clip. It'll go to the red. I kind of don't want to look at ourselves. This is weird.
Okay, so turn off.
Okay. There you go. All right, we'll look
Nice.
at nothing. Shit. All right, so this is our first podcast ever on Ustream. And
First podcast. Sick.
what day is it today? It's March 22nd. I remember because it's my mom's birthday yesterday, the 21st.
Oh, I didn't put anything on her Facebook page.
Dick.
Shit. I feel bad now. But I haven't been putting anything on, like, happy birthdays. I haven't been responding to any of those happy birthdays. Putting anything.
I tried to because I made this video of me when I was in St. Petersburg, Russia. In front of,
I've been
in front of a
recycling
castle.
that thing for the past year now.
Dude, man, I'm
Jeez, man.
automating it. Why should I type happy birthday? I did something creative.
That's true.
I went to another country and recorded a birthday greeting just for you, whoever's birthday it is that day.
Just for you.
Straight up.
Whatever. So, Hit Nation.
Yeah, so what was going on?
number two?
You're reading about, yeah, I guess it's Hit Nation. There's no real name.
No.
Let's let a name create
Emerge.
itself. So essentially, we're just going to be
But we have a
talking
couple things
about-
we could talk about from the first time when we did
We
it.
could, yeah.
Might as well.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, we're gonna
gonna
talk
talk
about
about it anyway.
everything. We'll
Yeah.
talk about everything, just about what's going on in life, work,
Yeah.
shit that we're learning, whatever.
So we can reference back to the other one, the first one we did. We can reference it back to it now. That's what I'm saying. So like stuff we talked about.
What was it?
The first in the first video we had, what we were supposed to talk about now is I guess we brought up homeschooling. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Expand on Tim Ferriss.
How many years is that now?
Since we've been homeschooling,
Yeah.
2. This is our second year.
Holy crap.
So we got a lot to talk about. We can talk about like what Rav is doing. Did you see that? Or he was just showing Michelle and I.
The classroom?
Yeah.
Becca,
The way-
right?
Becca, yeah.
Rebecca? Becca?
Becca.
Yeah.
So I didn't really see a lot of it. I mean, Rav's told me a little bit about it, but we'll talk a little bit more about homeschooling. Expanding on books, so stuff that we're currently reading. So I got the 4 Hour Body here with us, so kind of covers a couple of things: 4 Hour Body, 4 Hour Work Week. Tim Ferriss. So we'll talk a little bit more about that. Power of technology. So we got the iPad here.
Nice. We gotta find a way because this is way too far. My MacBook. I like being close to it.
Closer.
I like being close to it.
Oh, closer. Get a little closer.
You can't tell. That's what we're using right now.
Can you get a little closer to us?
Is our MacBook eyesight.
Just put it like this.
Oh, that's dangerous, dude. No.
Fine.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Shit, I just lost my phone. Travel, work mobility. We talk a little bit more about that.
There's a lot
of stuff that you got to talk about that. The dating scene.
Oh, lack thereof
For Oliver. And then principles of 4-Hour Work Week. The toilet paper entrepreneur. Well, I guess we talked about that a little bit last year, right? Tools we use, the iPhone, iPad, MacBook, stuff like that. And we talked a little bit about the monetary system last time. Ron Paul, Mike Maloney, Jason Hommel.
I haven't been paying too much attention to all that
I
stuff.
haven't really been paying much attention either since last. Well, I mean, actually, just more recently, I haven't been paying attention to it. But so yeah, we got a bunch of stuff to talk about. Where do you
Well,
want
we
start?
have to have stuff to talk about. We have to keep it interesting so people will actually watch. We got. Oh, it doesn't say how many viewers we have.
Whatever.
Oh, it's all right. Doesn't matter.
So
this will be recorded and it'll be on YouTube, and we're gonna get the thing on iTunes, and we want to do it regularly. We want to kind of do it as regularly as we can, and trying to bring some cool people to talk to.
Yeah, we'll bring some cool people for you guys to talk to, or for us to talk to, for you guys.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
So where do you want to start? What do you want to talk about?
Well, you're reading the 4-Hour Body, so like.
You were just talking.
What is that?
Okay.
And what was the topic? The Ice Age.
I was reading a couple things actually because with this freaking ridiculous weather we're having, it's become increasingly aware in the forefront of my mind that beach season's coming up. So, yeah. So, looking to get back in shape. So I've been really consistently working out. Not working out, I should say. I've been consistently being active. So I've been running. Ran a couple times last week, 2 or 3 times. I've already ran twice this week. It's Thursday? I've already biked twice this week. I biked twice last week.
Shit. Nice.
So yeah, I've been getting out and been getting busy. But there's a couple of things that I started implementing from the 4-Hour Body. For an interview. I think this was out last year, right? When we had our first one? I think it was.
It was, yeah, because I remember reading it in
just
January, and I did the slow carb diet in January.
Oh yeah, that's right. Michelle did it too.
So it was like no, yeah, no, he did. He released it right before Christmas.
Yeah. Okay.
I remember that now.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of really cool stuff. This is like I don't know. I don't even know what you can explain this as. Like
this is like
reference encyclopedia. Of
it's like a
hacking your body.
Fuck, my audio's loud. It's like a textbook. Pretty much you go through the entire book. It talks about almost everything, like food, talks about different workouts, and also different pretty much hacks on your body.
Yeah,
like
so
you're
hacking the
hacking
human
the body.
Yeah,
because Tim Ferriss has always been about just breaking things down to the minimal input that's going to produce the biggest output.
Yeah, so they're getting the most.
That scares me every time.
That's my transformer.
All right. Yeah, so essentially, you use this book. It says right in the beginning, you use this book just as kind of like those adventure books where you get to choose your own destination, right? So if it's you don't want to gain weight, then there's a chapter for that. If you want to burn fat, there's a chapter for that. If you want to gain endurance, there's a chapter for that. And I mean, that's really how it works. So you don't read it end to end, which I did, which is kind of retarded. You don't really need to.
Did you read
all
it?
of that?
I didn't read it end to end.
Probably all the way to like the appendix, because this is like 500 pages. It's 560 pages or something like that. So,
but only certain stuff. I haven't read it end to end. I've only picked the things that were actually relevant to what I was going to do. So last year, I think I talked about doing Geek to Freak last year.
No, you did it.
I did it. No, I did it, but I don't know I think we spoke about that the first time in the first video we did. So I think I spoke about it, but I actually did it. So I did the Geek to Freak. I don't know if I did a full 4 weeks though, but the results were incredible. Like I could feel it, I could see it. Just
I remember because you said you went on a trip as soon as
Yeah.
you're like 4 weeks in, you're like, oh, I stopped it.
yeah, I was like, I had the desired result, and then it was just like, okay, I went on vacation for a weekend, and then I just stopped doing it after that because it's the Geek to Freak is pretty involved. Like there's a big commitment
Well,
because
I
of
mean,
the
you're supposed to
like the
eat- you're
protein
supposed to
intake
eat
that you
8
need.
times or something like that a day.
Yeah,
Or-
well, you
I don't even know
gotta.
what it
It's
is.
the because it's really
can't
the
remember.
protein. Like you gotta make sure you've got enough protein to build the muscle. So the Geek to Freak was, well, what he did was he put 30 pounds of muscle on in 30 days. I ended up probably about 10.
And yeah,
12
Tim
or so.
Ferriss is like a human guinea pig. So almost everything he did in that book, everything he wrote in that book, he actually tried himself. He actually did himself.
We got a couple of
That's the crazy
posts
thing.
already on our.
Let's see, what are people saying?
I'm watching Oliver. That you know that person. I don't know who that is. Soraya.
Chris put, oh, Soraya, that's Tahani's daughter.
Oh, okay. So she.
Hey, how's it going?
She said, "I'm watching Oliver. You guys look great and sound great." Boji, he told me to put on some pants. No, it is
Dude,
too-
that's called self-employment, working from home. You get to work in your underwear.
It was what 20 something today.
That's why you
It's
don't video
ridiculous,
Skype
man.
conference.
I'll video Skype conference, put on a tie and a shirt, and I'll just do it from the waist up.
Hilarious, man.
Whatever. But that's Michelle told me.
Yeah,
Anyway, so
I mean-
just to go back on topic. So yeah, I didn't read the whole thing, front to back. I've just picked the things that were relevant to me for whatever I was doing. So last year, the goal was I wanted to put on a little bit of muscle. So I tried the Geek to Freak, and it was awesome. I'd love to try to do it again, but
Dude, I remember, man. 'Cause
it's-
people were just
man.
like, "Dude, you're like you were swelling."
yeah,
up. It was.
But
it
you're
was
taking
getting
a lot. I was
crazy.
taking a lot of supplements too, and creatine's involved with that. So I had the muscle.
There's
the
so
pump
much
there.
to manage, man.
It is. There is a lot.
Because the whole thing is, you want to, if you gain 15 pounds or even 5 pounds of muscle to support the 5 pounds.
Yeah, that was the thing.
You
The
have
eating.
to support it with all the food, right?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
That was the thing that I didn't want to continue with, was just maintaining it.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot. It was a lot. So yeah, I kind of
Kiboshed it.
kiboshed
It's
that
over.
after.
Well, I mean, that's the whole thing,
And then it
right?
got into the fall and then
Yeah.
the winter.
Well, you know what? I mean, it's when it comes to all these diets and like any types of program, people don't end up going beyond like a certain amount of days, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right. Like you could do it for like for me, I like testing things out for 4 weeks, and if it's like sustainable for my life, then I'll continue it, or I'll take
Right.
major principles from it.
Right.
Like from the 4 Hour Body, I tried the slow carb diet for 4 weeks, and
Yeah,
it just
it's
doesn't.
not sustainable.
It's not sustainable for my type of
Your lifestyle,
Because
yeah.
I like whole foods. I like eating like vegetables and fruits and things like that in my diet, and it's just so acidic. Like I guess that's one thing you didn't talk about in this book,
Right.
Like alkalinity and acidity. Like if you guys don't know, or if you haven't heard
I feel
about
really
it,
short.
but it's pretty much.
I'm gonna raise this thing up.
What?
I feel like I'm looking up at
Feel
you.
short? Yeah, so essentially it's like your body operates at a specific
that's
pH
better.
level. It's like 7.32 or something
Whatever it is,
like
yeah.
that. Doesn't matter. Essentially, there are foods that you eat, and usually they're processed foods. They're like sugar, it's alcohol, it's cigarettes, even stress. Like your acid level in your body goes up.
Yeah. And it
And-
makes you more susceptible to diseases, sickness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's alkalinity where it's live foods, it's green foods, usually the darkest greens, and those create alkalinity in your body, which means your body can operate at an optimal type of level.
Right.
And like the stuff that he suggests in there is just all just like cooked foods and like usually hot foods and like pretty acidic stuff. And to translate the slow carb diet to an entirely kind of like raw or vegan or vegetarian thing is just not going to be, you're not going to get the results. I mean, for the amount of protein, I can't drink
Right.
freaking 3 hemp protein drinks
Right.
in a freaking day. That's ridiculous. Which is the best source of protein, like
Yeah.
vegetarians, right?
But I don't think that's really what he wanted to do with this book. It was just sort of like what can be done in the shortest amount of time with the least amount of effort.
Yeah.
I don't think it was really sustainability. It was just
But it's sick because you have like so many tools now. It's like a
Yeah, it's
freaking
crazy.
tool book.
Yeah, so recently I started started running again. And last year when we were running before, I used to get these pains in my knees. So I wanted to get away from doing distance running, like anywhere from 5 to 10K. I wanted to keep it. What I want to do is I want to keep it like 5K and less, but I still want to be able to have the same aerobic benefit or anaerobic benefit. So what he talked about here and what I've learned from actually another friend of mine, he posted a video about this before, is Tabata sprints. So it's just quick,
You know what that means in my language?
What's that?
In Kapampangan. So I speak a dialect of Filipino, which is called Kapampangan. And that is, like, only a few people really know what that actually means. It's like, it's essentially this province, right? It's called Pampanga. And my family growing up did not teach us Tagalog, which is the main dialect. But tabada would mean, like, so fat kind of thing.
Is that what it means?
Like, yeah. Mataba would be...
Oh, yeah, taba.
So
it's fat. Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny because it's a name for running.
Well, it's the name of the guy who came up with this
with
this concept. So it's all about... Michelle said you got the mic covering your mouth.
Oh.
I think she wants to see your mouth.
You guys want to see my face? It's the moneymaker? No.
So I guess what it boils down to is this guy came up with with this concept of... It's a 4-minute... It basically is just like a 4-minute run that you do where you break it up into 8 sets, so 30 seconds, where you're going to sprint for 10 seconds, or sprint for 20 seconds, and then you rest for 10 seconds. Then you just do that over and over and over for eight sets, or basically 4 minutes.
You have to time yourself.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm looking at getting a Tabata timer. They just have like
an app?
Just an app. It's just a quick, easy app where it just beeps and lights, and then you run for the 10 seconds or 20 seconds.
But you have to pull it out. Like, you got to pull... the iPhone. You got to pull the iPhone.
No, it'll beep for you. So you just got to recognize what beeps are, right?
Mind. So, okay, cool. Because I know with the Nike Plus, you press a button and it says 7.6 kilometers.
Yeah, they should actually add that to like a Tabata thing to the Nike thing, because that would be cool.
Like someone who talks to you. Or Siri, right? Like with that voice.
Is anybody banned from posting?
You guys are having trouble posting?
I don't know. Michelle said she typed it wrong. The banned me from posting. They banned me from posting. I don't want to see his mouth.
What? People are already trash talking us. This is our first episode.
All right, whatever.
What the?
So going back to the Tabata sprints, basically it's just the benefit that you get. I guess initially what he was looking for was anaerobic benefit, which is sprinting, but the secondary side effect was the actually increased aerobic workouts as well, so people can run longer for a longer period of time. So that's what I'm looking to do.
Sick. So wait. So you only run for 4 minutes, and you can increase your endurance.
Yes.
That is
crazy.
Sick.
Eh? So I'm going to test it. I want to try
all you marathoners and long distance runners. That's
so that's what I want to try. So I'm going to try this because I don't know. Did we talk about doing like Tough Mudder or Warrior Dash this year?
Oh, dude, I picked up a bunch of flyers at Mech, and it's like all these crazy competitions that are happening.
So
we got to choose one.
Choose one. I want to do at least 2 or 3 of them. I'd like to do Tough Mudder. Tough Mudder is a group one, so you do it as a team.
Okay.
But Warrior Dash and Spartan Race, I think those are individual races.
Yeah, because last year, last year we did my first physical. It's like a kind of a triathlon.
Well, it is a triathlon.
Yeah, because it was 3 sports. It was
3 sports.
9K of mountain biking, 2K of trail running, and 1K of paddling.
Yeah,
and kayaking.
Yeah, it was kayaking.
Yeah. So I rocked the Vibrams, the Vibram 5 figures on the first lap. Oh my god! Even just for 2 kilometers, that's like after 9 kilometers of biking, then you're running on freaking trail rock.
Well, that's why, because it's trail running.
Killed myself.
Yeah,
that was ridiculous.
Yeah, well,
but otherwise, like they're wicked for just training.
For anything else.
Yeah.
But going back to that,
you want to do Tough Mudder? How many K is that? That's like 5K.
No, I think that one's like closer to 10K.
Okay.
Or 10 or 11. But you do it as a team.
Okay.
Because I guess there's the British Special Forces.
And you rotate, right?
No. It's actually, you go at the same time.
Oh.
So I think it was like the British Special Forces. They put together this obstacle course. And this is how they train. So I don't know
You're
what the
training
group is.
like what? Oh man!
But I think they're. My thought, I saw it online.
Wait,
but
that like if
my
you're
thought
mud,
is-
that's like proper for Vibrams.
yeah. Oh yeah.
That would be-
Absolutely.
yeah.
Because the thing about what we did last year with Storm the 10, and I was talking about this with John and my brother John. He's the one who helped organize that one. We did it as a team, but the thing I didn't like about that, it was freaking 10 hours. I don't want to do another freaking 10-hour race. That was
Too
crazy.
long.
That's way too long.
Unless you're out there yourself for 10 hours.
Yeah, but I'm not
whole
going
time.
to do that.
Dude, 4 minutes a day.
Yeah,
You do
right.
10 hours.
Scratch that. No, I mean, these races, they're only like an hour, maybe 2 hours at the most. 3 hours at the most, I would think. I mean, it's only 10, 11K, right? It's not going to take more than a couple hours. So the Tough Mudder one is done as a team. But I think the whole thing with it is there are, I think, some obstacles where you actually need a team to get through it. So if there's like a...
Is there swimming?
Whatever. I don't think it's
Dude,
like
that's
swimming.
one thing that
I think it's like
need to
crawling
get
through
good
mud
at.
and going through like small tubes, stuff like that.
Actually, oh my god, I met a guy who's like, oh man, I completely forget his name. This is terrible. But I met him for drinks. But he was, I told you about him.
Yeah, you
the
told
guy
me about
who
that.
does the triathlons, the Ironmans,
Yeah,
things like that. He sent me a bunch of coaches that can help
way.
people learn how to swim
Oh, yeah?
specifically for
Triathlons.
these types of events.
Oh, cool.
Like
That's
triathlon
cool.
trainers kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
thing. Yeah, I saved it in Evernote, so
Yeah,
I have it
that's
because
good.
like I'm not ready for a freaking Ironman or anything like that.
No, because-
but I want to get better at swimming.
Yeah,
for
swimming and swimming
First.
for a specific event is different.
Yeah.
Because it's all about technique. Like if you want to swim to save your life, you can
sure.
go to anywhere. And
Oh, I
do
can
that.
totally swim to save my life. I think. I don't think I can swim. Have you seen the beach? Like
Yeah.
you know where they swim from one island to another.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do that.
It's just really about technique. Once you
Yeah.
get the technique down,
Yeah.
then it's easy.
True. But freak,
easy.
Tim Ferriss has a video about swimming too. I think
Probably,
on YouTube. How to like hacking swimming.
probably, I would think.
Oh my god, I completely forgot about that.
They do that in CrossFit too. The CrossFit
Yeah, see,
videos.
one thing about Chris and I is like we just have like this obsession with what Tim Ferriss talks about, all the stuff that he talks
all the
about
time.
Yeah, like I will listen to it. It's a valuable freaking opinion,
Yeah,
and even like from him doing his own research, like saves us from doing the work.
yeah, of course.
And I don't know like how many like applications I've read because of reading his book or his influence or other books that I've referred to. Like right now I'm reading Seneca, Letters from
Oh,
a
yeah?
Stoic, because
Yeah, I couldn't find it on my iPad. I had it before.
oh, it's so good, man.
I think I lost it when I got rid of the
Yeah.
jailbreak.
Yeah, no, but yeah, like those types of recommendations are amazing.
Yeah,
You know,
awesome. Guys,
is
so what
someone
else?
messaging us? Or, where's the iPad?
iPad's here.
Look it up. I wanna
So
see
yeah,
a Facebook
somebody's
page.
asking about posting a video on Tabata running. Sure, we'll do that.
Oh, see, that's why I wish my computer was close. Well, you get yours.
What do you want?
No, get your computer, your MacBook.
For what though? What do you want it for?
So no, so you have it and you can post that video up if you want.
Oh. Okay. Can we just do it later?
No, yeah, it doesn't matter. Where am I?
Oh, I guess what's the other thing that I was reading? Oh, I was reading I was reading the thing on distance running when you were talking to Michelle, and the thing I was reading when you came out was Ice Age. So, yeah, this is something
Ice
that,
Age.
I don't know, we've
The
both
Ice
been
Age.
doing.
If you guys haven't
Where am
read
I
the
supposed to
book
I
or
don't even know where I'm
know,
supposed to post this.
I don't know, man. On Facebook, I guess,
I don't know.
or just freaking. Don't worry about
I'll do it
man.
later. This is gonna take too long. So Ice Age, also out of the 4-hour body. So the thing that got me interested in it,
'Cause you're lazy.
because
Don't
I
wanna
am
work.
freaking lazy, I am. So well, the thing that really kicked it off for me is when I started reading this portion of the 4-hour body. Tim Ferriss talks about this NASA scientist who was watching this. I guess he had something on in the background TV interview of Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps, the Olympic swimmer, and Michael Phelps, in this interview, was stating that he eats more than 12,000 calories a day. Right. So this NASA scientist, after I get if once you guys read the book,
man.
he's a desk jockey for years and years and years, right? Ends up putting on a whole bunch of weight, and wants to start getting healthy, and he hears this thing, 12,000 calories. It just, for him as a NASA scientist, it just didn't compute, right? So he's just like, okay, how's that possible? How could anybody eat 12,000 calories and look the way Michael Phelps looks? Like, even just if you ran a marathon, you wouldn't be able to burn that many amount of calories in a day. Like, it's just impossible. So he started doing all this research. And I guess the thing that he found, what he concluded out of all the research was the effects of cold temperatures on the body and how that can increase your metabolism. So what he started experimenting with, and what Tim Ferriss talks about, is taking ice baths or ice showers or cold showers. I know you just did a ice bath the other day.
Yeah.
I've been doing cold showers.
Did you ever have to do it when you were... No, not when you were swimming.
Not when I was swimming.
Because you had that effect
Yeah.
going, right?
Yeah.
Dude, my resting metabolic rate is like 2,000 calories a day.
Yeah,
So that guy's eating 6 times what I burn in a day doing just like my regular day. Doing nothing.
Well, you got to figure too. He's in the
That's
pool
ridiculous.
for minimum 4 hours a day.
So what? Okay, so this is my technique right now. It's kind of ghetto still, but like apparently you can get bags of ice, and that increases the effect, the temperature, right?
Right.
So I mean, I just fill up a bag with as much ice as I can get from the fridge, and then the cold is water, and I do that for 15 minutes. I think Tim Ferriss does it for 20 minutes. I did it for 15 minutes, and I've done that after I was super sore from like a run, and after we went snowboarding, I was ridiculously sore from falling. Just
Where, in Tremblant?
Yeah, just from falling. I
When you got back home. Okay,
when
I
got
thought you were
back.
saying... I was just
Yeah, because I wanted to come back, and I still wanted to do yoga. I wanted to get my body back into it, and I was so stiff, and it hurt all over the place. So I did the ice bath. Oh my god, it's true, man.
Right
it
away.
accelerates your recovery.
Right.
The soreness went away so quickly.
Yeah,
I
that's awesome.
know it would completely change.
Nice.
And my friend Mel, I went for a run with her on Wednesday, and she said that when she was in gymnastics, they would have all the athletes do that as well.
Yeah,
You'd
ice
have
packs.
ice packs all on here, on your shoulders, and then half of your body underneath. But she had these freaking booties on, because I guess the temperature caused some sort of crazy reaction in her that
No way.
the cold. She has a bad reaction to the cold. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it covers your feet. I guess the furthest extremities kind of
Yeah.
are sensitive to the cold, right? But yeah, increases recovery, burns fat.
Burns fat. So it increases your metabolism with burns fat. So I guess the long term benefit of this is, well, you do it after your workout, so you get the benefit of the workout, and then you take the ice bath or the cold shower, and you get the increased recovery. It releases some sort of hormone or something that increases the amount of fat that you burn.
I think it's adipedectin,
something
something like that.
But it lasts for, increase your metabolism and boosts it up, and it lasts for 36 hours, up to 36 hours or something like that. So read it.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, well, Tim Ferriss does it every 3 times a week.
3 times a
which
week.
is ridiculous.
Well,
It's hard to
when I
tolerate. For the second time I tried it, I brought a book with me because I only went up to here, right?
Uh-huh.
It totally changes everything because you're just reading and you're kind of getting your mind off of it.
Did it help?
Eventually, your body starts you could feel a rush of warmth coming in through your body.
Yeah.
Because it's trying to catch up, right?
Yeah. Well, your
That's
heart
a
rate
crazy
starts
feeling.
going, and then your body's gonna react.
Yeah. Actually, wait.
It's like shivering.
No, man, that wasn't our second time because when we did it we went to Scandinave Spa. We had a freaking wellness retreat at the
awesome.
Rentbusters, our company together, and we had a wellness retreat where you have different types of baths. Right, the Scandinavian style. I think the lowest temperature is 11 degrees, and then they have hot pools of hot water. So you're supposed to plunge, man.
Yeah. From what I thought, there was supposed to be 100.
Dude, it was
or
winter
something.
though.
Yeah,
it was snow outside. But you go into the hot, and after you do a plunge in the hot, you take a plunge in the cold.
Yeah,
and it's just the best feeling ever.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It's ridiculous.
And they had the waterfall.
The cold waterfall.
The cold waterfall
standing under there.
That was intense.
That really, honestly, there's something about it that really breaks through some barriers. If you have water coming down and your mind is just get away from there, but you're still kind of staying under that cold water, just holding on to it, and because you know what it can do for you.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's
the benefit. It's it's a
And then the
different
more
motivation.
you do it, then it's just easier.
Yeah, so that's what I noticed. So when I first started doing, because I just do the cold showers, because I don't want to take the time to do the whole bath. So when I just do like a cold shower, I'll just do a quick hot shower and I'll take my shower and then I'll flip it on as cold as I can get it before my shower turns off. And I noticed when I first started, I was having trouble breathing. Like I couldn't get a full deep breath. And I think what had happened was when I was taking the shower, because I have it's like a rain shower. Like it just comes down from the top.
So it's going onto
when
your
it's going
head,
onto my head, that was the thing that was
good.
making it difficult for me to stay there for and longer than like 2 minutes. Like it was hard for me to get a deep breath.
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay, let me just try, having it come down one side or like the front side or the back side, and without it going on my head, completely changed everything.
Wow. So you can stay there longer.
So I can stay there longer now.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to work my way up to get into like
crazy.
10, 15 minutes. And I think, I know this way I'll be able to do it because the breathing is not an issue anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be able to do that now.
You know what's so crazy? It's just like, I remember when I was a kid, I used to always think like cold, sick, right? Like if you're exposed to the cold, you're gonna get sick.
Right.
It's really it's the virus. It's the bacteria, right? Like that's what you get sick from, because you could even just be walking outside in the cold and get the benefits.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess as long as your hands, your head, and your neck are covered, you're not gonna get.
You shouldn't get sick. Well, unless you're gonna be exposed to the virus. Because in the book he talks about how the guy experimented with different things. He would like run outside with just shorts in the middle of winter trying to get the same sort of effects. But I think what they found was, and you will get the same sort of effects, but I think what he found was you get the most benefit out of doing the cold baths or the cold showers. Mm-hmm. Baths, I think when you get the actual
and when you tell
benefit.
people that you're doing cold showers and cold baths, they look at you really funny. They look at
I've
you
never
really
told
funny.
anybody that.
Huh?
I've never told anybody that.
Oh, really?
Wow, it's my showering experience. I'm telling people about that.
It's a freaking.
Well, I guess we're telling everybody here.
There's novelty in it.
Whatever. So
now everyone knows.
Now everybody knows.
Now everyone knows. For some reason, I forgot my freaking password on Facebook. Because I never log in. It's always in my account when I open my computer. So I can't get in.
What are you trying to do?
I have too many attempts to my Facebook.
Do you want to do it on my laptop? Or my MacBook? So, and do you want to talk about anything else in here?
We're probably going to end up talking about them again. I'm sure.
I think we should just talk about it if it's something we're utilizing. That's really all I'm utilizing right now. Is the Tabata runs and the cold showers, cold baths.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's the main thing. I'm doing the cold
as well.
I'm probably gonna start doing the Geek to Freak workouts.
Yeah, you want to try that?
Yeah. Well, because I did it. I was doing it. I was getting results, and what my problem was at that time was because I was doing it. This like 2 workouts a week, and it was like half an hour each. And I didn't fill it. I didn't fill it with anything. It's just like, and for me, I've always loved the feeling of like working out and working hard and that kind of thing. So without filling it with anything, it would be like, oh, you know what? It's only half an hour. I'll do it the next day. Right. It's only half an hour. You know what? I'll do it tomorrow.
What do you mean, like filling the rest of your week with
with more activities,
more activities,
stuff. So now, because I'm doing yoga like 3-4 times a week, and I'm going running 2 times a week. Right. I'm gonna add another hour to that, which is really which is the workouts, and I'm just gonna do it just because it's the minimum that you need to do to get the actual benefits on your body. So that's what I'm gonna do.
You're gonna have to make sure that
because P90X, as much as I love it, it's just too much of a commitment.
It's long too,
like an hour
plus,
whatever, man,
a day. Yeah, and yoga's like an hour and 40 minutes or something.
Well, yeah, it's like an hour and 30 minutes. It's long. I loved it, and I got amazing results. It's just right now I'm so addicted to yoga, it would just take away time from doing that.
It depends what you want anyway, right?
Exactly.
What benefits you're looking for. So I think we're good with 4-hour body. What else can we talk about?
How's the homeschooling going?
Oh, yeah, let's talk about that. Homeschooling.
Tell people if they don't know. I mean, if they don't already know what you're up to with the homeschooling thing and why.
Well, homeschooling is going fantastic.
Let's treat it like they've never watched an episode. Because it's been like a year since we recorded something.
If you don't know, we homeschool. Michelle, my wife, and myself. We homeschool our two little monkeys, Brooklyn and Tristan. So, yeah, going into the reasons why. Man, that's going to be a long explanation. No, short explanation is it's 2012. It's not the industrial age. It's not you go to school and get good grades and you get a good job and the company takes care of you for the rest of your life. It's a different time, right? We know that. I mean, I know going to school and looking back from my school experience and what I'm doing now, there are other lessons, other things that if I had learned them sooner, I'd be a completely different person now, right? So those are the things that for myself and my wife, we feel that there are other things that are more important to learn to survive in today's day and age. I mean, you look at all over the world, there's people who are university graduates, Greece, Italy, U.S.
Man, there's like
all these university graduates, Egypt, all over the world.
Unemployed.
Completely
no
unemployed.
jobs. They totally did not go by demand
Yeah.
when they released all these degrees and course offerings.
So yeah, there's things that we want to teach our
man.
kids. I mean, yes, of course, reading and writing, but they're going to learn that anyway. I mean, you don't have to go to school to learn those things. But there's stuff that we feel that are a little more important, right? Reading people, the art of negotiation, presentation skills, selling skills, right?
Like learning how to learn,
Yeah.
not what to learn.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. So there's stuff that we feel that we want our kids to learn, right? Money management, entrepreneurialism, those sort of things that we feel are a little more important that we want to teach our kids, especially at a younger age, that we don't feel that they'll get in school. And just you see all these school shootings and kids these days and that shit they're talking about in school at such a young age. It's not like when we went to school. It's completely different now. I mean, you got kids in grade school with iPhones and phones already, and everybody,
And you know what? I mean,
crazy.
like I
It's a
have
different world.
I have friends who are teachers, and it's like right now the school system doesn't really know how to handle this huge surge in technology and social
Yeah.
media and communications. I mean, like even when I was in high school, like we didn't even know what the internet kind of was and like what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Like now it's just holy crap, there's so many
It's just a part of daily life.
so many things that you do like happen through these windows to the interwebs.
Yeah, it's crazy. And, kids these days, my son's, when there's a question, he's just like, Google it. Well, yeah, it's different. You don't need encyclopedias. You don't need dictionaries anymore. If you want to find something out, you don't even know how to spell it. You just somewhat spell it out and Google take care of the rest. I mean, it's crazy. With the world at your fingertips, there's so many opportunities that you can have. And I just think that traditional schooling will hold kids back. And we'll teach them things that are not relevant to 2012 and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, there's a lot of people doing it. I don't know if it's because I'm around a lot of people who do it, or like that's the type of like
it's becoming a lot more
network
popular
that I'm
too,
in.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, no, there's a lot of people who are doing it, and there are a lot more tools available.
Yes.
To actually do it.
Yeah.
Like the Khan Academy.
Khan Academy. So we'll talk a little bit about that because that's what we're using right now to homeschool our kids. It's called the Khan Academy, and it's free education. I mean, this guy, he created over 3,000 videos already to this point.
It's already in the iPad because they were doing
Yeah.
doing assignments.
Yeah,
like
Tristan and
practicing.
I. So the crazy thing is, like Tristan and I, our kids also, their gym class is we bring them to jiu-jitsu class, right? So that's their gym. But we also do other stuff. They were biking all day today, and they swim. So at the jiu-jitsu class, my little guy was in class, and then my big guy and I were doing his homeschooling, which isn't crazy. So we do it right off the iPad, right through the internet connection, and we had a homeschool lesson. He was doing 3-digit subtraction.
I just did one of their 3-digit subtraction. So you have space to write like your work doing the minusing, and then you enter it in like a box. So it's like you're learning how to write, you're learning how to do math, and you enter the answer in the answer box, and you get this little happy face.
It's crazy.
That's the first exercise I've done actually on Khan Academy.
Is it? Oh yeah,
That's cool.
That's cool. So they've got everything. Shouldn't everything. I mean, he's got 3,000 videos, which yes is a lot, but compared to everything in the world you can learn, I mean, there's still a lot of time to be able to do a lot more videos. But you can go all the way from, basic algebra, 1 + 1 = 2, and I think he's even got some videos on quantum physics already, and just like crazy stuff.
That's
crazy
ridiculous.
Stuff. So I mean,
well, and Bill Gates, he sunk like $1.5 million into this
Bill
thing.
Gates and Google
and
are both behind him.
I think it's like a lot of it's mostly in California where they're piloting it in the States, but all over the world. I know that they said there's millions of students who are using it.
Millions of people all over the world.
And you know what's freaking really noble and virtuous about that is that, we hear this talk about like free education.
Yeah.
This guy's really making
it's free
education.
It's free.
Totally
completely
really doing
free.
It. Like there's no money that's being
the only thing I got to pay for is the iPad and the internet
and the
connection.
technology. Yeah, exactly.
And it's crazy because it's beautiful. Actually, we tried to do it off the MacBooks,
and it's not
it's nice off the iPad because with the iPad you can with the touchscreen you can actually write on it, right? So which is cool, man.
Oh, I wonder what we would be.
So stuff like this, right? Which is cool. Is here's the question.
Oh, that's what that is. Okay, a tiny stylus.
Oh yeah, it's a tiny. We'll talk about this tiny stylus.
I was using my finger.
So when you've got the question, right? You can
it's not the
5
size,
minus
folks.
4. I don't know if you can see that. It was like 5 minus 4. You can actually draw, right? So 5, and then you minus 4, and you're left with 1, right? So you could do stuff like that with the iPad, which is I like with the stylus, and which is why I got the stylus.
Dude, imagine
it's
like the
easier
teacher, imagine like a teacher, like in a classroom that they could be there right with you, like on an iPad.
Yeah.
Well,
I think that's how some of the schools in
they're
a
flipping,
lot of it is in
they're
California. They're flipping
the classroom.
Right? They're flipping the classroom.
Not flip like Filipino.
Not flip. No. So the
classroom.
way they do it in these schools in California is they assign a video. So if you're having problems on this, you can go down to a video. It's probably hard to see, but there's the video, right? So you click on the video. It's all on YouTube. So you watch the video, and that would be the homework. So the teacher says, okay, what you guys are going to watch is going to watch the video on subtraction 2, so which is just like subtraction 1, subtraction 2. Next level. So you watch subtraction 2, you watch the video, and then you go to school the next day, and they do the homework in class. So you do it by yourself first, and if you're stuck or you're having problems with it, you go watch the video again, or you can ask. So this is the thing that I think is really cool. So you, instead of going to the teacher first, you ask your peer first. Right?
Like
so,
other people who are using it.
Yeah.
Like,
so your other classmates.
Can someone teach me?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So you ask your classmates, and then if your classmates can't help, then that's when the teacher comes in and they get involved. And everything is recorded, so
amazing.
You can see. There's lesson maps, so you can actually see where you are in terms of how proficient you are in it, if you need help on it, and the teacher sees it too. So when the boys go through their homeschooling, Michelle and I on the back end, as coaches, we'll go in and see where they're proficient at, what things they might need help at. We can see how many times they watched the video, how long it took them to watch the video, how long each exercise took,
that's
how
real
many
data,
questions.
Man.
Like
you can actually
applicable.
Prove effectiveness of like a system.
Yeah.
With this because the
and
numbers are there, the data is there.
Yeah, and it's real learning. So you see the progression of how somebody learns a certain subject.
Like I put it on my Facebook because literally after I watched, it was like CBS, like I was like tearing up and like I felt so warm here because I'm just looking at the passion and his vision and like the type of change that it's already making.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, like thank you. Like we all need to be thanking people like this, these innovators, these freaking.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I didn't even come from that background. He was like a stockbroker or something.
Freaking finance or investment banking or something like that.
Something like that. So yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Evil investment banker turned educator, free educator.
So yeah, so those are the kind of things talking about. Well, we can I guess talk about a little bit about technology. So that's kind of the stuff that we're using in terms of technology. Is the iPad. I'm using it for schooling.
I heard rumors that the new iPad that just came out has a couple of bugs in it, like the battery's getting super hot.
Really?
Yeah.
This is the first generation iPad.
So yeah. It's only been like 3 weeks or whatever. And
there's always going to be bugs with everything.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So what other stuff? Oh, we'll talk about. I guess we could talk about Rav. We could talk a little bit about Abeka. So that's another homeschool program that a friend of ours is utilizing for his kids. And it really, I guess you sign up for the year or you sign up for 6 months or something. And then Abeka, it's a company you can just, I think it's
BEK.
or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, you can Google it. What they do is they send you videos that would supply basically an entire year. Well, not 365 days. I think you said like 340 days or something.
That was like, it was like, it's literally your,
200
like a
days.
classroom style video.
Yeah.
So you can totally recreate that type of environment.
Yeah.
That's what I remember.
Yeah, I
saw a little bit of it.
So you just stick the video in, and it's like a video of a classroom. So you have a teacher up there, there are other students there, and it's just basically like a video camera in a classroom recording a class, teaching on whatever subjects they're teaching on that day.
Yeah.
Which is
So I
also
guess
pretty cool as well.
I guess if people are like wanting to homeschool, like why? Like why would they?
Spending time with their kids, they grow so fast. I mean, Tristan's already 6, right? I couldn't imagine seeing him for only 2 hours a day. That's crazy. For me, I don't know, that's crazy.
Oh man!
And there's just things. I mean, again, talking about Rav, he's got certain reasons. He had his kids in regular school, very successful guy, and he just one day sort of took a look at his life and was just like, okay, his kids came home one day.
Older.
Like
you blink and they're just 8 years older.
The stuff, I guess the stuff that they were asking wasn't really what he thought that they should be learning at school, in terms of, not really in terms of what was taught in class, but what sort of the other kids were talking about at that age.
Yeah.
Right? So...
And they have access to everything on the internet,
so,
and they'll talk about it.
Yeah, so, I mean,
And
his kids came home
sensationalize
asking questions about certain things that they should probably be a little bit older asking.
Or at least, like, it should be taught from their
Or should be taught by the parents. Or, in school.
Yeah.
In a sex education class.
Yeah, in a proper setting. Like,
yeah.
they're ready. It's like they're mature. They're ready to hear this type of
So, yeah, his
stuff,
kids came home asking questions about that. And he was just like, wow, I can't believe, this is what his kids are learning from other kids in school. And he just thought, you know what? He should be there as the forefront, helping guide his kids. And he wasn't. Yeah, he was making a shitload of money, but his family life wasn't great at all. He didn't even know his kids. So I think he's just like that. I'm done with school. Done with the career. I'm going to completely change. Simplified his entire life.
That's sweet,
he spends a lot of time with his kids. He homeschools them every day, which is fantastic. Yeah. But it's Abeka's a lot more, I shouldn't say little, it's a lot more organized than what we do with the Khan Academy.
Yeah, Khan Academy is like those, it's like an unschool approach. It's like the
more
self-directed, right?
Yeah,
there's like a whole
really like
world
unschooling.
of homeschooling. There's unschoolers, there's self-directed, there's like
Well, unschooling is like really just let the kids live, and they will learn in the process of living.
So that's like, how to cut an onion without getting your eyes watery.
Well, even like reading and writing,
like living
they'll just
life, right?
Learn
like
it.
Work ethic, and it's like,
so
this is why you don't touch this.
Yeah. Where Abeka's more like just a school at home.
It's the curriculum at home. Yeah. So it really depends on what they want.
Yeah. And what we do is probably a little.
So what if they wanted
in between.
What if they wanted to like go to school after? Like, what if it's like they're 8 years old and it's like, hey, mom, dad, I want to go to regular school just like everybody else.
Yeah, then we'll
and you've invested years.
Then we'll just put them in school.
Let's put them in school?
Yeah.
Would they be?
We'll see how long that lasts.
Okay. Yeah. There's like, we kind of want to go back home now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, once you're living this sort of lifestyle where, I mean, they don't wake up to a bell. They wake up when they wake up, when their body's ready for them to wake up. They don't, they're not sitting in front of an authority figure 8 hours a day. They're sitting in front of their parents, and we discuss things, right? It's not, you have to learn this. This is because this is what the government says we have to learn. This is what we're doing today. We're going to do it together. So it's not just, homeschool time. It's also daddy time, family time. Yeah. So we enjoy it.
That's crazy, man.
And it's not unschooling because there is some sort of structure to it, but it's not like Abeka where it's strict like lessons every day.
Healthy medium.
It's like a healthy medium. So we still enjoy doing things that we want to do every day. And they're only, Tristan's only 6, so equivalent would be like grade 1 or 2.
Yeah.
So it's still just reading, writing, basic math. So we get that stuff done.
And you know what's hilarious is that I was maybe 19 or 20 years old. Okay? So that's after 14, 15 years of education.
Right.
I was 19 or 20 years old, and that was a point where I was reading books like one after another, like week after week.
Right.
And I was teaching myself, and these were just books that I would pay for, like at chapters, like on entrepreneurship, on business, on real estate, on personal development, on health, on all this stuff. And I'm just like, oh my God, what if like 10 years ago or 5 years ago, or even just like a few years earlier, I finally found that drive to learn.
Yeah, if you had fostered that earlier
I never wanted to be in school, man. Like, I found it so boring.
Yeah,
it was so bad. Like, I have these, like, ever since I was a kid, I liked making those, like planning out my weeks, and like, even like I would have an organizer, those 5-star meat.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was so cool, man. But I would organize myself. It'd be like, this is what's due. This is my homework. And like, I'm going, here and there on this day or whatever it is. And there's one part at like June, so it's the end of the year, and it says, school sucks. School effing sucks. And there's like a drawing of 2 fingers, two middle fingers.
That's hilarious.
I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, I was in grade 7 when I wrote that.
Well,
I was like 11.
There's a lot of kids that write that. I remember writing that in school.
Yeah, man. But yeah, it's crazy.
That is crazy.
Okay, we should stop knocking on school.
No. Yeah. So I guess what else can we talk about? So yeah. Oh, this is pretty cool. So this is a little stylus that I picked up. I just found a guy off Kijiji.
It's not the size that counts.
It's not the size. As long as it gets the job done.
Says the Asian.
So the reason I like this is, well, I had a regular, like the pen size stylus, and I just found it difficult to carry around.
Yeah.
And so I found this just off of Kijiji, and I like it
because
it
goes in the thing.
because it goes into the headphone jack, so you don't lose it, and it's just like a little accessory now.
Cool.
But then it gives you the option of also having the stylus. So
nice.
when I want to write
I
something. I like that too.
I really want my iPad. See how I say it? I want my iPad. Because it's already mine.
Okay, what else can we talk about? Homeschooling, Tim Ferriss, other books. Are you reading anything else right now?
I'm reading Letters from a Stoic.
Letters from a Stoic.
By
Yeah,
Seneca.
by Seneca.
That book is freaking awesome right now.
Yeah, did you buy it?
I bought it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
And it's like, I'm in like the 6th or 7th letter. But there's one major distinction that I made today from reading that book. And it's that there's a 2-sided coin of hope and fear. I don't have the book with me, but it's like, the quote is like something like, once you stop hoping, then you will lose, then fear will have no hold on you anymore. Because fear and hope are part of the same thing. It's like this future that you cannot control. I hope that this is going to happen for me in my life. Or like, I'm scared that this is going to happen to me in my life. And it's like, as soon as you like kind of let go of that future realm, you're able to be in the present. And in the present, none of that can even impact you. Like, fear and hope is not there in the present. Present is like what's going on right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's part
fear
of
and hope all has to do with future.
Yeah, because the whole book is about what you have control over, what you don't have control over.
Very cool.
And also talks about like, it has this funny stuff where it's just like, refrain from growing your hair too long and wearing raggedy clothes, and it goes through all this weird stuff where it's just like, conform to the masses because you still want to fit into society, but at the same time live also in a way that is just to what you actually need in your life, and live in a way that's kind of like philosophically aligned with certain principles of the Stoics.
Okay.
Yeah, which for them is really just like, kind of taking away emotions and on certain things and making sure that you're living kind of like a virtuous life, like living good. And one of the biggest things they say is living in harmony with nature. And nature is just the way everything already is. As soon as you are in that like alignment, then you're in harmony with who you are.
That's cool.
Yeah, because you are nature essentially, is what they say. It's cool, man.
Nice.
It's interesting.
I'm gonna have to borrow that from you after.
Yeah. It's a good book.
That's cool. So yeah, what am I? I actually just started and picked up one of the Dale Carnegie books. I can't remember which one it was. It's not How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's one of his other ones.
Dale Carnegie.
I guess it's like How to Stop Worrying How to Stop Worrying.
How to Stop Worrying.
So I just like 2 days ago picked it up and I started reading it.
That's like one of those books where it's like you're at the library and you're pulling out. It's like, oh, this guy worries a lot.
Yeah.
Or it's just like, oh, this guy has, this guy needs to lose weight. This guy really, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, this is not for me. This is for, you're
I don't
picking
know.
a book.
I picked it up in the bathroom, so I was just like, oh, I didn't have anything. I didn't have my
That's
phone.
how I felt, I swear to God. When I was 19, 20 years old, I was picking up self-help books.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Unleash the Power Within by Anthony Robbins. And I'm just like, what the? I'm like if I'm pulling this out, what's someone gonna think? Like, it's so crazy how we have this kind of like mental construct where it's just like, oh, I worry and I care about what other people think
yeah.
all the time. And yeah, that book's freaking sounds like it's perfect for that.
Well,
So
I don't
you
know.
stop
I
worrying.
I just read the first couple pages and I was like, oh, this is pretty interesting. I'll just continue reading.
Hilarious.
So that's the book I just started. But I guess the last book I read before that would have been The Alchemist. I borrowed that from you. So it's been a while since I read a book.
Oh, The Alchemist is a good book.
It's a good book.
I want to read that
It was
again.
really
You
good.
could read that pretty quick.
Yeah.
I heard Hunger Games is good. Like you could read that in a few hours.
Really?
And it's supposed to be pretty sensational.
Isn't that
I don't
new
know.
movie
The
that's coming out?
hype, like I'm always like I don't like hype, but as soon as I was at Chapters picking up the letters from a Stoic because it was I ordered it right from another store. They delivered it. It's like the whole thing, the whole like shelf behind the counter, like Hunger
Games, yeah.
all of the whole thing, the whole width of it. I'm like, okay, this has to be like Lord of the Rings or something.
I don't
Right?
know.
Or Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, like another crazy book.
Guess we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
And
But-
it's one of those times where it's just like the movie's already coming out,
Yeah.
and it's just getting that crazy hype.
But that's like a Hollywood remake of a
ridiculous.
previous movie.
I have no idea.
I saw something on YouTube and it was some other, I guess it was like a Japanese or Chinese movie done before. It's kind of like what was that?
People stealing other people's ideas.
No, well
again?
that big movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, the one that was a while ago, where he was a cop but he was a bad guy. Remember that
Departed.
one? The Departed, yes. So it was like that, right? You know,
That's
that was
a
a
sick
Hollywood
movie.
remake of an awesome movie.
Yeah.
But that was like a Chinese or Japanese movie that they remade.
Okay.
So I think it was the same sort of thing here. But apparently, I saw something on YouTube real quick. It was a movie that was made in like early 2000 by some Japanese director, and it was really very controversial at the time. Because I don't really know. I guess it's like the apocalypse and people have to survive and they're in these games and they win food at the end of it or something like that. Mm-hmm. So I guess it was like in early 2000 when the original was
See,
made.
you know what? And like,
But I don't really
what
know much
makes
about it.
me interested in books like Hunger Games and like Twilight and all these things is like, okay, it's always these teenagers that go crazy about them and they drive this market.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're not the market anymore. It's like the younger generation, they're taking over. They have a new way of buying and thinking and like what they're attracted to. So what I'm curious about is what is in the like these series of books, like the ideas and the stories, and like how do the audience identify with it, and what does that say about what the hell is going on in the world, like the mind of the world. That's what I'm curious about. That's why I want to read it.
Oh, so you just want to see from...
Well, I like books
that
and I
point
like
of view.
reading, I like stories,
Yeah.
but I hardly ever read fictions.
Right.
But that, like, it's important, man. If millions of people are reading it, then like there's something important there.
Right.
Like when Ayn Rand's book came out, right? Atlas Shrugged, it went to #1, like it beat the Bible. You know what I mean? So it says something.
There's something there.
It says something, like cultures is in tune, is aligned with something in this book, and it will say what is really going on.
Interesting.
Kind of like if you Google, what's trending now. It's almost kind of like that. You see what everyone's searching, what everyone's interested in right now.
Yeah. It's interesting. I don't know. I guess. I wonder what Twilight would say about what society's thinking.
I don't know. My brother's gonna do a review. He
didn't he?
He's no. He did a fake review, like a mock review.
Oh, it was.
He was
okay.
like, he just.
I was dissing
He
it,
said,
wasn't he?
yeah, he dissed it so bad. He was like angry video game nerd for books, right? So, and then at the end, he's like, well, this is just pretty much like a joke. If you really want me to, do a review on it and then read it, let me know and vote it up, and I'll read it and I'll give you a proper review.
Oh, has he actually
And so
read it?
he's starting like a web series called From the Bookshelf to the Big Screen. Bullshit.
Oh,
It's like BS, BS, BS. right? Like
Nice.
BS cubed kind of thing.
Nice.
So he'll be talking like I think he's like 3/4 away,
That's cool.
or like 3/4 into the book. I mean,
the first book. Because
The
there's four
first.
books. Or four books.
yeah. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, I think it's 4 books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like, you know, Kristen Stewart, she bites her lip all the time.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that, or have you?
Well, I saw this
has anyone
YouTube
told
video
you?
about
Okay,
it.
so there's a
how she does it
YouTube
in all
video.
these-
There's a
all the
YouTube video where
videos,
she's
all these
always
movies.
yeah, where in almost every movie she's always biting her
Yeah.
lip. She's doing this crazy stuff, and in the book, my brother's telling me, he's like, yeah, man, like every couple pages, she bites her lip in the book. It's so
Does she?
funny.
I
I
don't
don't know.
remember
That's
that
what
in
he
the book.
said, but that's pretty funny.
I've read the book. I read the whole series.
Did you?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, Michelle had it, so I read it.
No way.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
The book, I actually enjoyed the books better than the movies.
And the movies, not so much.
Well,
So what team are you on?
the reason I like the books more is because it goes into more detail. I like backstory,
Okay.
right? Where
Like
in
the proper
movies,
character
character
development
development.
and
I like
arc
knowing the history of the characters. Where they went into that a lot in the books, and they don't really do it a lot.
Dude,
especially like the supporting cast. I like knowing that stuff.
And like who they all are and how
who
they fit
are and
into
how
the
they,
picture.
because they
In
do
the
a
movies,
little bit.
Like, and the whole thing is, people always say books are better than the movies, and rightfully so because you read the book.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But in the movie, you can't make a freaking 10-hour movie.
No,
You know what I mean? You can't fill every single detail.
yeah,
And you have to sacrifice stuff. And honestly, the hardest job is probably choosing what to cut. You know what I mean? It's like you write this
cut it
huge
down.
ass screenplay with like, you know, maybe 1,000 minutes,
Yeah.
right? And a movie's like 90, 120 minutes.
yeah.
They have to cut all that stuff.
Well, did you ever read Fight Club? They did a really good job on
I heard Fight Club is very like to the point.
It is.
The movie
It's
and the
very-
book.
it
Well, I
is.
guess because and they have a narrator in the book, like Ed Norton narrates it, so it kind of does have that,
It
that
does.
feel of like
Yeah.
you're someone's telling you.
But I
this
I
wicked
watched the movie
story.
first, and then I read the book, and it was, I mean, it's pretty much
Spot
bang
on.
on. There's
Yeah.
really wasn't much that they really took out
You're
of it.
not the contents of your wallet. You're not your fucking khakis.
Damn that movie.
Oh, that like there's movies like that linger and they impact you for a long period of time. Like me and my brother, we watched The Island. Like,
Oh, yeah?
that's pretty impactful. And we watched The Fountain.
The
Like, there's some
Fountain.
really mind-numbing movies out there. Just like
Fountain
whoa,
didn't
like
really do it
that
for me. The Island was
Like
cool.
some of them last like for a couple of weeks, and you're
Yeah.
like, wow,
Well, I
that
know
was a really good
Fight Club has
screenwriter, man.
lasted, and that's deep ingrained.
Yeah, I watched that. Yeah, for sure. Man.
That movie was incredible. So, what else?
Ridiculous, man.
What else do we want to talk about? Anything else on that last subject?
Oh, I heard Michael Bay, the guy who did Transformers, and everyone complains that he kind of ruined Transformers. From what I've
I
heard.
didn't mind Transformers.
Anyways, I
enjoyed
think it was okay. Whatever. Like I wasn't even a Transformer fan, like a huge one. Like when I was younger, I was more into Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Right. So he's doing TMNT.
Michael Bay is doing Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I
And
heard
they're
that.
not. Did you hear about? It's not Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's Ninja Turtles. They're
Oh,
like
really?
an alien race or something like that
Oh,
that
no
come
way.
to Earth, and it's like he changes the story a little bit.
Interesting.
I'm really curious to see what happens.
I saw something on, I guess it must have been on Facebook, where he was just like, "Calm down, TMNT fans."
Yeah.
I didn't read the whole thing, but I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." Michael Bay's doing Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. I don't know. We'll see. I didn't mind Transformers.
Nah.
I think it was fantastic.
I can
but was just
hardly
like,
remember.
whatever.
See, I don't even know
I didn't
if I even
complain. It's all
remember it.
action.
I saw the
I didn't mind
second
the
one. I
action.
don't know if I can remember it. Like it's.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Whatever. We'll see.
I don't know. I guess that like I'm becoming really into those movies that are kind of like the personal, like the character development than a lot of the like super fantasy kind of things.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though like I love like any Marvel movie that comes out, like I want to see it. Like the Avengers, I want to see it.
Of course.
But sometimes there's stuff like I'm just not into. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I haven't really been into movies lately. I haven't really watched a really good movie that
Yeah.
really left me.
And there's not that many
Thinking.
good movies out right now. I don't think. I think Avengers is coming out. That looks like it's gonna be
Yeah.
pretty good.
But that's just
But
like going back to your childhood, fantasy and
Mm-hmm.
comic action. I don't know, whatever. Let's talk about travel and
Nice.
working mobility. That's
Nice.
always a nice one with us. Travel. So we recently went to although it doesn't really look at it, we recently went to Tremblant and snowboarded. Was it just like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, right?
Very recent. Don't know my chapstick.
Which was a really cool trip. He got it last minute.
Okay, so this is how it went. Okay, this is how it went down. So, I am booked that evening in my iCalendar to drive these guys, and to go to Yorkdale, which is a mall where these coach buses are going to pick them up and take them to Mont Tremblant.
So myself, my brother, and there's a third partner, Brandon. We organize snowboarding trips in the winter, ski snowboarding weekend trips. Typically it goes from like Thursday night, we leave Thursday night, and then we come back Sunday. So we went to Jay Peak this year in January, and then we did Tremblant in February, and we're actually setting up a trip right now to go to Big White in BC. I don't think any of us, like myself, my brother, or Brandon, will be able to make it, but there's a lot of interest in this trip. So for this trip, yes, we had contracted Oliver to give us a ride to Yorkdale. He was our drop-off person, and he was supposed to drop us off for the trip. Drop us off at Yorkdale, and the bus is supposed to take us. So he's on his way to come to our restaurant, my brother's restaurant, to pick us up. And when he was on his way, I find out from my brother that we had a spot open up. Like there was just a cancellation, person couldn't go. So, and I didn't even know this. So Oliver's on his way, and I was just thinking, oh, that'd be kind of cool if just Oliver took his spot. I mean, so there's space on the bus. You know, room's already booked. The person was supposed to be in my room. Room was already booked. It's already paid for. Whatever, right? So, but I didn't really know how it would go down. I didn't know what his schedule was like. So he comes to come pick us up, and we just kind of throw it out there. I was just like, you should just come. Like, it's already paid for, whatever. And he didn't have, nothing prepared. Like, you were just really prepared to just drop us off.
Oh, dude, yeah, I was just gonna drop you off. Yeah, because I did the same thing like a month before that.
Yeah, when you dropped us off for the JP trip.
So I thought I was gonna work that weekend, and so essentially, I come to the restaurant and I'm just like, it's like, hey, what's going on? You guys ready? Is everything packed up in the van? So I leave my car at the restaurant.
Yeah,
and he's like, bro, I wish I told you earlier. I wish we knew earlier. This guy freaking canceled last minute, and there's a spot available to go on the trip.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, like I didn't even. I'm just like, it's like, yeah, it's too bad. Like I
I
didn't think about it.
Yeah, it wasn't really.
Yeah, I wasn't really like, oh yeah, you should have told me. I was just like, oh, that sucks. Whatever, let's go.
Yeah. So then we all pack into the car, and then it just kind of continues coming up more and more and more, and it was just like, well,
too bad you can't come.
Too bad
you couldn't come.
Like,
I wish I told you earlier. I wish I found it earlier.
And I was just like, well, yeah, I mean, you could. You don't really have to pack a lot. We're only going for a couple days. I was like, well, there's a board ready for you. There's bindings there. I mean, you already have.
I'm a beginner still.
Yeah, well, I mean, you already have a jacket. You had a helmet. I mean, there's
enough gear.
There's enough gear to be able to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
So as we're going to Yorkdale, I mean, it's only like 20-minute drive, half-hour drive. So as we're going to Yorkdale, as time was going by, it was becoming less and less realistic. But as we started talking in terms of what actually he needed to get it done, it started to become more realistic. Because then we were just like, okay, well, time-wise, we don't have time to drop off at your house to go pick up.
The bus leaves at 10 p.m. It's 9:45.
It was like quarter, yeah.
15 minutes till the bus leaves.
Yeah. So in terms of having all the equipment, it was very realistic, but in terms of time frame, it just wasn't realistic. But then we figured out my brother had some friends who were driving up like 2 hours later, and they were just taking their own car. And I was like, well,
12.
Yeah.
They're gonna leave at 12.
Why don't you just freaking drive up with them, right? Just go home, get your equipment, or go back to my house, get the board, get the whatever, go home, pack, and then just get dropped off at their house. And that's what you ended up doing.
And you know what? Like something in my head that I've ingrained since I was like a couple of years ago was that good leaders, entrepreneurs make decisions quickly.
Yeah.
So I made that decision within like a few minutes. I'm just like, I'm just gonna go do it.
Yeah.
So I drop you guys off. I'm like, okay, I gotta go get my car in Brampton. So I drive 25 minutes to Brampton, get my car at the restaurant, then I have to drive 20 minutes to go home.
Well, no, you have to go to my house first
So I'm still in Brampton. I grabbed the board, I grabbed the bindings, I grabbed all that stuff, put it into my car, went home. So I got home at like, I think it was maybe 10:40.
Probably
I think it was 10. Yeah, it was like around. No, that's right. It was 10:40, and I'm waiting for a call or a text from John to say,
Oh, yeah, to
like,
see if- yeah.
I got a hold of the guys, man. They'll wait for you. I didn't get it. I'm just like, dude, I'm like, what's going on? Like, can I still come? Because as I'm packing, right?
Yeah.
I literally packed in 10 minutes. The guy, I talked to his friend, and he's just like, hey, man, we're leaving. Can you be here like 11:15 so we could leave like 11:30? Dude, I packed in 10 minutes, and I was out, and I was there by 11.
That's awesome.
And I had all my stuff, and I was ready to go, and I didn't know these guys.
Yeah.
Two of them, like, I was by myself with two guys who were like good buddies for a long time for a 6.5 hour drive.
Yeah.
Like, that was hilarious. That was cool.
No, that was cool.
That was cool.
That was
man.
cool. But it was cool because, I mean, they ended up being cool guys. We all ended up rooming
Yeah.
together. We actually roomed with those guys. And it was a wicked weekend, man.
That was sick.
It was cool
I hit
because-
my head hard, though, that weekend, man.
It's a good thing you got a helmet earlier in the
Yeah.
season.
Head injuries scare the crap out of you now.
Being a pussy. So, yeah, that was a really wicked trip. So we'll be doing that again next year. And if anybody out there wants to come, snowboard,
Yeah, and like today it was like
ski.
30 or something like
I
that.
know, like 3 weeks later, it's
there's-
30.
Yeah, the season's just done. I went out once this year. It sucks.
Do it next year. But we
Yeah.
got to go to Big White next year because that's a wicked a wicked price. So we're going to Big White in BC for $820, that's incredible. I'm thinking we get 4 days of boarding, 4 lift tickets, accommodations, and flight
In like Rocky Mountains.
in the Rocky Mountains.
Jeez. That's scary, man.
That's gonna be awesome.
That'll be amazing.
That'll be awesome.
Can you go above the clouds there? Like, are you?
I've
are
never
you
been there.
bored? Oh yeah, okay.
I've never been out there.
That would be an amazing experience.
So yeah. So other travel plans.
Crazy, man.
You want to travel
Well, I want to travel to Costa
Costa
Rica.
Rica?
There's
surfing?
There's
yoga trip?
there's surfing that I really want to take up and learn in Costa Rica. So I got a couple of hookups now. Learn how to
shorts.
surf.
Ooh, I'm ready.
That and yoga. There's a yoga institute called Nosara Institute.
That's cool.
I know an instructor who learned there. And
But that's
highly recommend
only
it.
one of the places.
There's a retreat too. That's just one of the places. Yeah,
There's like a bunch,
in
right?
Costa Rica. Yeah, there's tons, man. But they're white. They're right on the west side, and the surfing school I was considering, I'm not going to go to. It was like a couple of kilometers from the yoga school. I'm going to go with these guys that were referred to me. I like going by referrals, right? And,
But are these the guys that do the yoga and the surfing?
no,
like,
they do the surfing.
Oh, just
and you could
surfing.
rent the boards from them.
Oh,
and if you
okay.
go to different beaches, it's the same guys. Like it's the same company kind of thing,
Okay.
right? So
why don't you just do the one that does it all inclusive, like
it's
the yoga? and the
freaking
surfing?
expensive, dude.
Oh, really?
It's
Okay.
ridiculous. I mean, even the yoga, like, yeah, it's expensive, man, to do that stuff.
Okay.
Because it's like your accommodation, your food, like they.
Oh,
pay
they
for all
do.
that stuff.
They do
It's
it all. Okay, so you're just gonna
yeah.
go for surfing, and then you're just gonna find a place to do
Surfing,
yoga.
pretty cheap, yeah. And then like yoga, I'll probably just do yoga like on my own. Maybe I'll try a couple classes at that place,
No,
or if there's a decently priced retreat, so I could experience those instructors, then I'll do that. You know. But I also want to learn Spanish, so I want to take some Spanish lessons. I think it'll be pretty easy to pick up, especially from being Filipino, right? But yeah, Costa
Michelle
Rica.
said to tell you to stop helping people cheat using the 4-hour body. I assume.
You know what's really cool about just like the way things are right now is there's so many people who are willing to give stuff away for free, like our information just really cheap, because right, like we are in that age where if we want something we can figure out how to get it. Like 4-hour body is just like you can hack like all of these problems that you have into little tiny like things that you need to do and get these ridiculous results.
Yeah.
Whereas before, the freaking like elite, freaking upper echelon of existence, like keep this knowledge to themselves. Like they don't want anybody to know. Like these are our gems. Like this knowledge, like wisdom. That's the freaking like that's more valuable than anything, right? This knowledge.
The knowledge.
And now there's people like Tim Ferriss who are just like, boom, this is how you do it. There's Tony Robbins. Here's how to hack life. You know what I mean? That's wicked.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah. And now, like, the world is our freaking playground. Like, we can learn and do whatever we want. We're not limited by anything.
Right.
Everything is so much more
It's
accessible to us.
Yeah, everything's accessible. It's
Exactly.
a world at your fingertips now.
Totally.
Yeah. Travel.
That
any
and
other travel
Trinidad.
plans? Oh yeah, Trinidad. Oh man, my sister-in-law, she's getting married the end of the year. My brother is also
That's
getting
gonna
married
be
next
sick.
year. But yeah, that'll be cool.
Going to Trinidad.
That'll be my second time. That was
That'll be
wicked.
good.
So yeah, my sister-in-law and my soon-to-be brother-in-law, who's actually also my brother's best friend, they're going to be getting married in Trinidad. My soon-to-be brother-in-law is Chinese boy. So yeah, it was cool. Michelle and I went there, I think, 3 years ago. Wicked, man. We're gonna have a really good time
Crazy,
there.
man.
Really good time.
Oh, my computer's gonna go to sleep if I don't cancel this.
So yeah, that'll be at the end of the year. That'll be cool, man. Because we're going to Tobago first. I think we're gonna spend like the beginning of the week there, and then at the end of the week will be the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's gonna be.
That's
toasted.
gonna be amazing.
Yeah. Relaxed. We'll be in Tobago for like 4 or 5 days, or like 4 days.
It's gonna be a cool wedding, man.
That'll be a cool wedding.
That's gonna be a good trip too.
Yeah, that'll be a really good trip. That'll be really fun.
That's amazing.
Because it's like everything we're doing now with all our friends and family, but we're doing it on the beach.
Yeah, doing it somewhere hot. You know what I learned
awesome.
about myself? And I guess everyone could say the same thing. Like, but during the winter, I am not like, yeah, I shouldn't be here. I should not be here during the winter.
Yeah. I hear
And it's like, I'm not going to make any excuses that I have to be here. I'm going to make it so that I can be somewhere else when it's cold here.
Yeah,
Because
I hear
right
you.
now, when the sun is out, it's like, oh man, like, let's go for a coffee. Let's go to a
I know, you
patio.
would do so
Like,
much.
let's go out. Like, let's meet some people. Like, freaking, let's reconnect with people.
Yeah.
People are out. They're out of their shells. They're out of hibernation.
Yeah, I am.
And then when it's cold, it's just like, I'm totally like solitude boy. Like, I'm gonna read. I'm going to freaking like be masterminding. Like, gonna be freaking planning like how to take over the world. Like, that's what I'm doing.
That's what you're doing, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I completely hear what you're saying. Because it wasn't until last week or the week before where I was just like, okay, I need to get out. And get some freaking fresh air. And I've been out almost every single day.
Yeah.
Every single morning.
And in shorts.
And
And,
it's- yeah.
in flip flops.
And it's easy to wake up
freaking
early.
Wicked. And it's just
I wake
there's
up
something
at 7,
about
easy, man. It's no problem.
the smell. Like
In the morning.
in the morning,
dust.
it's just the dust, just that like that dew in the morning. Just like
Yeah.
oh man, it's intoxicating.
Yeah, it
that
was
is
awesome.
amazing.
Well, it makes it
It just
easy
triggers
to
and
get out.
registers like all these
Yeah.
freaking amazing memories.
Well, you saw the picture I took this morning, right?
Yeah, that's
On
intense.
my bike ride.
Freaking
It's
Annetta,
awesome,
she put
man.
a picture of like Lake Ontario, like creepy foggy.
Oh, I saw that.
What
That was cool.
is that? That
That's
was like a
crazy.
scene of a horror movie.
I think
That's
every
crazy.
morning it's been very foggy.
Yeah, it's been
in the
pretty foggy,
mornings.
but then it just burns up like as soon
as soon as the sun hits.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, I've been doing runs like did the Hamilton Beach run this week.
I
Went
know.
by Credit River this week.
You guys got to
I
do it on a
love
different
doing that,
day.
man.
Not on Monday. Tuesday.
Mondays. It's the best, man.
can't
Like
do
people are just
Mondays.
like, oh, Monday, I gotta go to work and go to my box car, my box office, and talk on the box phone. And I'm working
Is that
9 to 5.
is that the voice that
That's
people
their.
do?
I don't know. I think when they're that's my complaining voice.
That is your complaint.
Like
voice.
and monotone. No, but yeah, it's Monday, so everyone is like not around.
I love
And you
Mondays.
go on, it's like you're taking the highway, and like no one's on the highway the time we went. Like
What time did you get? Oh, it was like
I
7 or
I
something,
got there
right?
like 9:30.
9?
So
Oh, so
from
it's
9
after.
to 9:30 going west on 403
Oh,
QEW, nothing.
There's
Like
nothing.
so easy. And then by the beach, hardly anyone there, just quiet. You kind of have like
That's why I
everything
love
to
the
yourself.
weekdays.
And then we went to coffee culture after. It was like quiet, like not many people around. Like it's cool. It's like it's Monday, and we're just like taking care of like business.
Yeah.
We have like an accountability meeting. Mike
You and Mike?
Gillespie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have an accountability meeting or call every week, kind of going over these are just what we're up to, what we're planning on, keeping each other accountable,
Right.
and making sure we're calling each other out on
Nice.
stuff.
Nice. That's good.
To try and be self accountable is not like foolproof kind of thing.
Not at all. So that's good. Yeah, but I'd like to join you, but I take the boys to swimming on Mondays.
Yeah.
It's all right. I'll just get out for my runs. I only run for 4 minutes anyway.
Well, all we go. I know. What do you think? You're gonna drive all the way up with us? Like, okay, guys, I'm done. I'll be, I'll have
See you
be having a
guys.
banana. I got my recovery drink.
No, I don't do 4-minute runs. Well,
ridiculous.
I do the Tabata run at the end. Well, what I have been doing is
at
doing
the
a Tabata.
end?
Yeah, so I'll run for like 4.5.
Oh, dude, you know what I got good at? I went to a boot camp. Freaking jump rope. I used to be crap at jump rope, man. Like skipping.
Yeah.
Like in Muay Thai.
Awesome, man.
In Muay Thai, I'd be like, freaking hit my toe. You know what I mean? It's like, what the? It hurts because it whips like right into your toe. And I would stop and like go, stop and go.
Yeah.
And then this boot camp, in between each set of workouts, 100 jumps, like 100 skips.
100 skips? No way. That's awesome.
And I would do like 30, 40, 50 without like stopping.
Nice.
That feels so good.
Well, it depends on the type of rope you're using too.
I don't know. It was a great one for me because like it's a good feeling to just be like do, like you're just hitting it, like you're not missing one, you're not missing a beat, you're just going. Like that feels amazing. And then I was like playing with like fighting stance, like switching.
Nice.
I'm just like, oh, this feels so good now. Because before,
that reminds me.
it's like when I learned snowboarding, like kept falling and kept getting up, like just like, oh man, it hurts.
Yeah.
And you get back up, and then but once you get the groove, you're just like, whoa, like this is what I've been missing out on. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like this groove, this freaking like melody of freaking physical existence. That's sick.
We got a snowboard. You're making me depressed.
Surf, man. Freaking surf.
Yeah, I'd love to surf.
You know what else I want to do? This freaking girl I added on Facebook. I don't know her. It's just like I subscribed her. Maybe we're friends. I don't know. Rachel Braithen. She has like a yoga school in Aruba. She just like up and left Sweden and just like went to Aruba, and now she's doing these yoga things where you're on those paddle boards.
Do you yoga
on water?
Yeah, I've seen that. That's cool, man.
That's like, and I heard like you're just paddling paddleboard, like this huge core balance, like strength.
Yeah,
imagine
the
doing
massive paddleboards.
Imagine
They're
doing
like
yoga,
15 feet or something, right?
Yeah, imagine doing an upward dog or downward dog, and you have to like
that?
balance on the water. That would be.
That's
like,
crazy.
I guess the water has to be calm. I don't know, but
I would think it would have to be calm.
like you see pictures of like a class, and there's like 8, 10, 15, 20 people on boards.
Sweet.
And you're like, are you like that is the craziest, most revolutionary thing ever.
That's cool.
You know?
I've seen pictures of
Awesome.
it. I thought it was pretty cool.
Awesome.
That looks pretty cool.
I want to try that.
Go to
so many things I want to try.
Do it in Lake Ontario. You can try it.
Oh man, that makes me think of Cam.
Cam is surfing.
Surf in the lakes, cold lakes.
That's awesome.
Jeez, man.
Let's see.
So it's freaking March. Like it's March 23rd.
Do you want to talk about your dating scene?
Dude, man, let's not go there. And you know, especially because if anyone like just to go back to this and refer to it, me talking about it, it's just gonna create this record of events.
You don't want to go.
You know what I mean? And it's traceable. You know what I mean? Like it's directly traceable, kind of thing.
Yeah, I hear you.
And I know, yeah.
So what else can we talk about? Talk about the monetary system. I don't really.
Dude, I don't even.
Let's not talk about that.
I don't even care.
Talk about something else.
I saw, like, I don't know. That's something that popped out today. Is that there's I forgot which magazine it is now. It's terrible to reference something without knowing what it is, but it's like just huge disapproval from the U.S. Marine Corps of Obama, and the cover is like no Obama.
Really?
And like
wow.
And Adam Kokesh, Adam versus the Man.
Yeah.
He's just like woohoo! He's like went crazy, right?
Because so this is an article in a magazine.
It's a cover of a magazine. It's like it's like the headline, right? Of the magazine. I'm really curious
about the U.S. Marine Corps disapproving of Obama. Wow. I'm not going to talk about politics.
But that's just something that I remembered from today.
I haven't been on Facebook or seen anything like that. I don't think lately. I haven't been really following up on politics.
I don't like honestly. I took politics and I make sure I'm not really exposed to it. Unless like it comes on Facebook, that's the only way.
Yeah, that's
because it's people that I'm following.
Kokesh posts or
I don't seek out that information. It's just like those are the people. Just like if I'm gonna want something, If I want to know something, then these guys they'll share it with me.
Yeah,
Because that's
the
what
way I
they,
get
that's
my
what they're
news, too.
focused on. If I ever want to like update myself on what's happening on certain topics, then I know who to go to. Oh, I heard New Chapter. I don't know if you know New Chapter. It's this holistic nutrition type of company. They make supplements.
Okay.
Very, very like organic, clean supplements.
New Chapter.
New Chapter
Okay.
is the brand. It's like purple. Bought out by Procter and Gamble.
No. Wow.
That's you. Terry Tillard shared that.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh man, that's like a literal sell out.
Yeah. Completely.
That's gonna be crazy.
Well, it's like Monsanto taking over everything.
Oh man, that's just ever-reaching power.
Yeah, well, they've got the last thing I saw is they've got their hands into like Whole Foods now.
Whole Foods Market?
Yeah, like
Or
a
just-
lot of the
or like-
products
or like
that
the
go
products
into
that go
Whole
there.
Foods.
Oh man, really?
Yeah.
The
Whole
only
Foods is not
solution
so Whole
is to
Foods.
grow all of your own food. Well, or more,
You can.
or grow. You know what I mean? Just grow. Do we have restrictions? I guess I don't know, man. Like,
On your own garden?
yeah, can you
I
do
don't
whatever
think
you
so.
want
Well,
like that? Like, if you have a lot of acreage, like, can you just put stuff up?
I don't see why not if it's yours.
I don't know. I just figured, like, just from the way things are, maybe people are gonna get mad. Maybe farmers would get mad.
But if
Or,
it's
like,
for
freaking
yourself,
the government, they get mad at everything.
in Brampton you can have 2 chickens.
That's
eggs?
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, this one just hatched. Crack.
Fresh
Serious.
eggs. Why not? I don't know.
Oh
That's pretty
man.
cool. Maybe a goat.
Yeah, the whole food thing is pretty interesting. And what's happening with Whole Foods? There's so many things that are being pulled off the market
Yeah.
as well, right? For
I don't
not
know.
being organic or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I hear there's so many farmers out there. They're doing it organically, but there's this huge fee that you have to pay to get that certification.
The certification, yeah.
That, and you know what? Like it's the same thing. And I so like when,
just
I was
go all
telling a friend
natural.
of mine that I'm going to Costa Rica. He's a yoga instructor at the studio I go to, and he's just like, in Costa Rica it's just called food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, you're looking for whole food, you're looking for organic foods. It's like it's just food. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's like when we go for Indian food. Like if you're Indian, it's just food. For us, it's like it's Indian food. You know what I mean?
Oh man, I could go for some fish tikka right
Oh,
now.
that'd be prime.
That would be
Quality.
quality. We got to go
sweet
back
in
to that place
Brampton.
that
I know.
Rav had. Rav had
Oh,
the
what's
food
that
from.
called again?
I can't remember what it was called.
Punjab
Palace?
Palace? Punjab
Something like
Palace?
that?
It sounds. I don't know.
It was
Sound-
good.
Yeah. It tasted
Michelle and I went to
really good.
Quality, or we got takeout from there just a couple days ago. It wasn't.
The same, eh?
No,
Not
it
the
wasn't
same.
like.
Did you order different stuff?
No, we ordered the same thing: fish tikka and a vegetali.
Weird. See, that's the thing, man.
The fish tikka was a little
when it comes
salty.
to food, that's a freaking tricky business. Like if you're a restaurant, like you guys got a restaurant, it's like the consistency of the menu has to be there.
Yeah,
the
all the time.
consistency of the service has to be there, and it's just like some, you know what I mean, restaurants don't have that.
The consistency's
Like,
off.
You ask for that server that's always good to you. They're
Yeah.
not there. It's just like, oh man. Like I always order my falafels on the phone because this one place because they're always busy. Osmo's in Streetsville.
Yeah.
I always order and I come there 10 minutes and it's ready. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
perfect. And depending who's there making it, if it's the old dudes, like the old guys, it's gonna be proper. It's gonna be like a nice girthy freaking
Yeah.
falafel because I get everything in it. Sometimes there's some other guy there and I'm just like, what? Like, what? There's nothing in here. Like, and it's just not, dude. It's not the same, man.
Yeah.
And like that's the thing, right? As soon as these companies like they get big, like they started franchising, and
They start bean counting.
is there a cost, right? Like there's a cost, which is the quality sometimes, or
A lot of the time,
Yeah.
the quality goes down
yeah,
because of the bean counters.
yeah. And the original guy, the artist, the freaking chef extraordinaire, is not there
Yeah.
anymore, making sure things are happening exactly to protocol or whatever, right?
Happens.
Crazy,
It
man.
happens.
So frig, we're at an hour,
like an hour?
an hour and 30 minutes. It's 12:14.
I should be sleeping already.
You pussy.
I gotta get up early. I gotta go for. Let's see.
Was anyone
I'm going for a run
watching?
tomorrow? think we're good. Unless you want to talk about anything else.
What? Oh yeah, because we don't have the freaking ad-free Ustream.
Oh.
That's annoying.
C'est la vie.
Whatever. All right, cool, man. So, well, when do you want to do it again?
I don't know. Week or two?
I want to bring somebody on to add another.
Next one?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do the next one.
Who wants to be on? Let's.
We got a bunch of
Yeah,
people.
we should get some people to make suggestions. There's some cool people that we could talk to.
There's a lot of cool people we could talk to. Well, how do you want to do it, though? Are we going to do
The
it
whole
like
yeah.
face-to-face, or we do it through Skype?
No, man. I want people. I want to do it face to face. Like I want to have.
So we'd have to go
face-to-face.
to them.
Yeah.
Or
We'll
meet
go to
each
them,
other.
or we'll meet somewhere, or like get them to come here.
We can
Right.
do that. Sure.
And I want to set it up so that like every week we just have a new dynamic, like new type of dialogue conversation about a bunch of things.
Sure.
That's pretty much it. I just want to talk.
Talk.
Yeah,
Talk a lot.
I know.
It's like my wife. Talks a lot. I'm the
Well,
listener.
at least this way, I'm not in front of you and I'm freaking taking over the whole conversation. You're the one who's pressing play and logging on and listening
That's true.
to us talk. And it's not like I'm taking over the conversation when I'm around you, which is annoying. I try to be a listener as often as possible. You know what I mean?
Somebody's got
So
to
yeah,
talk. Somebody's
so
got
we'll
to
do
listen.
that. Yeah, so we'll do that. We'll do that.
That's cool. We can do that.
Yeah. And we'll try and figure out some more tweaks on this. But yeah, we're going to make this available on iTunes. We're going to make this available on Ustream, on YouTube, and is there any other places? I guess that's it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
People are watching live off Facebook.
Yeah. I didn't know that we can do that until now. All right.
You're the one
Anyway,
who set it up.
I didn't set it up. The Mac did it.
The Mac did it. I just sat down in the chair. I just saw this in my calendar and I was like, okay, cool. We'll
Yeah.
record something.
Recognize these Oliver Gerard fans?
OG.
Yeah.
Your last video was good.
Which one was that? Oh, was it an original?
The original.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it.
Thanks, man.
I liked it. And I've given you suggestions on requests that I've had. I'm still waiting on Cocoon. Fucker.
Dude, there's so many.
I'm still waiting on Cocoon. And then the new one, Bromance. You should definitely do that one.
Oh my god. There's way too many. You know what? If more people said, like, go do this, do that, or like made more comments, I'd be like, what motivates me is when people comment and they give me feedback and they press the like button and they subscribe, and it
Yeah.
motivates me even more. Like, I'm already like naturally just music creation and just like, or like being like, oh, there's a song I want to cover. Like, there's one I want to cover right now. I'll probably do it tomorrow and I'll release it. But it's just like, when people do like it and comment, I'm just like, oh man, I'm just gonna freaking do another one.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, you know.
The allure of the spotlight.
Yeah, totally. Why the hell not, man?
You know, give the people what they want.
Yeah.
You're a celebrity junkie.
I'm not.
Spotlight junkie.
I'm not a spotlight junkie. I just want to share my gift. If people want to listen to it, I mean,
Sure.
let's give it to them. Let's give her. That's the whole point of the show.
I have told you that I liked it, and I've made requests, and I still haven't gotten any.
Yeah, but you're, shoot, I know you. Your fan value is infinite. It's not conditional. It's based. It's not based on my stuff. It's like, because you're a friend, your like
guess.
social protocol dictates that you support me and give me good feedback.
That's garbage.
If it's a conditional relationship, like a new fan or a referred prospective fan,
then you have to listen. You're obligated to listen to them.
I'm not obligated,
Not
but
obligated,
it's just
but-
like I value I value hearing everyone's opinions, but obviously if there's something that someone is drawn to make them a new listener, a new fan, that's gonna be huge. Like this, like we're gonna do this regularly, like how, you know, like once a week, once every 2 weeks. We're gonna start getting more than 3 viewers, and and people
Well, viewers.
and yeah, and people are gonna tell us, yeah, exactly. But people are gonna tell us, yeah, oh, that was cool, that was funny, or
Because I
this
wouldn't
is
be
what we want to
watching
hear
this. I'd
about.
be sleeping. This is too late.
But I want to record it late.
How late? This is too late.
This is 10, like 10.
10.
You know, get the
10's
boys to
good.
sleep.
Because then I'm, if I can get to bed like 11:30.
Baby.
I don't want to go to bed at like 2, and I want to try to wake up at 7 to go run.
Oh my god.
still a 4-minute run, but I'm just saying.
Oh my god! I keep forgetting that. That's so lazy.
No, I'll run for
It's working smarter,
30,
man.
40
No,
minutes.
That's true. It's working smarter.
30, 40 minutes. I'll still do a couple 5Ks. But I want to just cut it down to like strictly 4 minutes.
Cool.
I want to try it. Why not? Fuck it.
Doesn't matter, man. Anyways, we should log off.
Let's log off.
If you've been listening to this live or not live, thank you so much for listening.
Yeah, it's
This
been a
is
pleasure.
the first of many.
The first of many.
And we're really excited about all the crazy things that we're going to be talking about.
We got to give the name, or the show a name.
Well, Frig, I don't have a name.
Okay, we'll evolve into something.
Yeah, we'll just do the show. We'll just put it out there. It's just a weekly podcast. That's it. Or bi-weekly or whatever the hell, or just
So
here and
what makes it
there.
a podcast. Just
It's a
'cause
podcast. It's a webcast. It's a podcast because it's gonna be audio.
That's good. Okay.
It's a webcast because it's live. It's a live stream.
Whatever.
It's a
I'll
broadcasting.
let you handle that.
I don't freaking know, man.
I'll just show up.
I'm just learning this whole thing, and I'm just like, you know what? Why not? We should use it. 10 years ago, we didn't have this opportunity to talk to millions of people potentially, and just to record the shit that we talk about and the things that we think about. We're documenting it. Like, imagine back in the day, like the Seneca. It was in freaking scrolls. You know what I mean? And look, like now it's in a book, and someone's translated it, and it's survived years and years and years.
Yeah, it's incredible.
That's crazy. And now you can be Joe Schmo, regular Joe, making a freaking video that's talking about bullshit,
Whatever.
or talking about something that's important, or making people laugh, or making people whatever the hell it is. But you just have that medium now. Like, you have that tool of expression. Like, you're talking about like talking so much. That's what it is. Like, now you have an outlet. You have an avenue of expression. You don't have to annoy people with your freaking breaking into song and dance in the middle of the mall. You know what I mean?
To get their attention.
Yeah, to get people's attention. It's just like, here's your outlet. Here's your avenue.
If you
Now,
want to,
if people want to listen to it, then
log on.
you don't force people into your whatever you want to say. Yeah. They have a choice now. They press play. They log on.
That's true.
Yeah.
Talk about the tea.
Dude,
Have
man,
a
where's
tea.
my teacup?
I don't know. I think it's back there. Where? It's right there, beside the printer.
Oh.
So I guess we'll talk about this last
What
but
kind of
not
tea is
least. Amaretto tea.
Oh, it's like that liqueur. No, liqueur? No.
It just tastes good.
I know amaretto goes in a drink that I
Yeah.
have had, Sicilian Kiss or something like that, or one of those drinks.
It's a little just tepid now,
Oh,
but it's still good.
yeah. That's the thing about tea. It doesn't matter what temperature it is really for me.
Hot tea, cold tea. It's all good.
Coffee is a different story. Oh, you don't drink coffee.
I don't drink
But that's
coffee.
nasty cold. I don't get
It's
it.
just nasty to me
I don't
anyway.
get. Yeah, I don't get cold coffee. That's just retarded.
Whatever. Okay, we'll sign off. Amaretto tea. Give it a
All
try.
right.
It's fantastic.
Salute.
Till next time.